Hey everybody, I'm Tasha with the Major Change Group, and I love to use my credit cards like a debit card. I use my credit cards for everything. Let me know in the comments, do you use your credit cards like a debit card? But even though I'm getting the points and the cash back, really want to refrain from paying interest on credit cards, because if we're getting the points, but then we're paying interest, then really we're just breaking even on, getting the points and the cash back. So in this video, we're going to talk about using the credit card utilization hack to report to the credit bureau, but when can we pay the credit card to avoid paying interest on credit cards? Let's get into it. Now, although I love using my credit cards, we really want to make sure that we're using credit cards in a responsible way and not paying interest, because y'all already know the interest rates on average are at least about 22%. I know for my American Express card, I believe my interest rate is 26%. But on the one hand, when I get credit cards, I don't even care what the interest rate is, because I know how to use this credit card utilization hack where I'm not paying interest on credit cards. Now, on the one hand, I have paid my fair share of interest on credit cards, but probably within the last 6 or 7 years, I haven't paid interest on credit cards. And so we're going to get into it. So some of the main things that you're going to want to find out is you're going to want to get your statement from your credit card, and you're going to want to know your statement date and your due date. Then you're going to want to determine how much utilization do you want to report to the credit bureau. Our credit utilization is 30% of our credit score. So really, we don't want to leave more than 30% utilization on our credit cards. But really, if we go to Experian, they're going to say between 7 and 10%. Now, we can always verify this credit card utilization hack by checking our credit report. So in this video, I'm going to be using my Navy Federal flagship credit card, but you can always check out my last video where I had went into when you should pay your credit card so that you can show utilization. So we're going to take a look at my Navy Federal portal, and it shows that I had a balance of $1,865.41. And y'all, why, after I had decided that I wanted to leave a 10% utilization on the credit card, because my credit limit is $14,700. So I said, I'm going to leave 10%, which was going to be $1,470. Why did I get a charge that came in and that took my balance back up? So you can see here that it says my remaining statement balance was $188.32. So I really want to make sure that I paid that $188.32 off, because if I didn't, I would be paying interest on the $188.32. So now we're going to take a look at my statement. So when we take a look at the statement, we can see that my new balance is $1,627.32. And you can see now it goes from the remaining statement balance to the last statement balance. So on 6/5 of 2022, it says that this is my statement ending balance. And so all that means is this is when the credit union reported to the credit bureau. And so now I can go over to my credit bureau, and I'm going to use Experian, and I can see, did it report this $1,627? So when we go over to my Experian, you can see that I ended up reporting 11% opposed to 10%. But that's the great thing about it. You can determine how much you want to report to the credit bureau. So it's like, on the one hand, you can use up to 50% or more of your utilization, but as long as you know or when to pay your credit card, then you can make sure that you're not reporting over 30%. So I only reported 11%. So here you can see that the balance update was on June 5th. So that's how we're able to validate everything to make sure that it's reporting. And so now that I know that everything is reported, I can go ahead and pay the credit card off. So let me know in the comments, do you know anything about the credit card utilization hack? and how are you paying your credit card so that you can make sure that you're not paying interest. Now, let's say overall, the main thing that we want to do when we are using our credit card like a debit card is we really want to make sure that we're using a budget. And so you can always drop down in the description and you get my 2024 digital budget planner. And this way, when we are using our budget and when we're using our credit cards like a debit card, we have a plan for our money. Because sometimes when we are, let's say we're getting paid and things like that, and then we say that we're going to do stuff, if we don't have a plan for our money, then that's how we can overspend. So that's why I think it's very important for us to have a budget so that we can make sure that we are using our money correct. So let me know in the comments, are you going to use this credit card utilization hack to help you to avoid paying interest? Let me know in the comments, what is your strategy for not paying interest on credit cards? Well, I hope that this video was helpful. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, and turn your notification bell on so you will be notified when new content drops. I thank you so much for watching. Until next time. It's not a game,